Hello, welcome to the video. I think this is my vlog challenge day 3. So I am now in Walpole. Where I left you yesterday in the last video was actually this morning for me. So I left you with a goat in my van and then I left where my horse was and I have come to Walpole. On the way down we stopped at Diamond Tree and I stopped there for lunch, and I'll show you here, it used to be an old lookout for fires, for forest fires. And I can't imagine that was your job. You crawled up this huge tree and you spent the day up there looking for forest fires. That's so bizarre. I think now, I don't know what they use now, helicopters or something, I'm not really sure. Anyway, we did a little bit of a walk on, I think it was the Jim Fox Trail. We did a little walk around there, that was really nice. And then we basically made our way to Walpole. And where we are now is at the information center, and there's just this big area here where you can stay for the day. You cannot stay here overnight, but just the other side of the information center there is an overnight stop which you can go to, I think between 4 p.m. and 9 a.m. and I think that's where I'm going to stop tonight, because tomorrow we're going to Albany. But yeah, I'll just show you around where I'm parking here. And I love this spot. I really love Walpole. I have spent many weeks here, like a week at a time. It's one of my favorite places in Western Australia. A lot of people like the town next over, Denmark, which we'll go through tomorrow. But Denmark's much more of a like cafe, restaurant kind of town. And if you've watched any of my videos before and you know me, I like nature, I like the bush, and this is in the forest, and there's walks here around the forest, and I just absolutely love it. I think it's a beautiful little town. It's a really tiny town, but I love it. Anyway, I thought what I would share with you in this vlog is how I plan my trips, because this trip I'm doing, I actually plan it the same as I planned my trip driving across Australia from Sydney to Perth. I actually spend a lot of time planning my trips. Unlike like when I was in Tasmania for 5 months, I was just freewheeling around, going where I wanted to. But when I have a specific trip to do and I have to go from one place to another in a certain amount of time, I actually really plan it. So I'm going to show you my plan, and I plan. So let's see if you can see this. So I actually plan the places I'm going to camp at night. So I've put them in red. And I also plan the distance in between. I worked that out by using my Apple Maps app. And then I also plan how many days it's going to take me. I work out the kilometers, and then I work out how much petrol it's going to use. The other thing I've put on here is the places I want to stop in between. So places I want to look at and see, because I'm not going to come past this way again for, I don't know, maybe 6 months or more. So there's places I want to stop and see and visit, like the horse was one of them, and like this place. Yeah, I really want to make sure I stop here, spend some time here. It's not one I want to just drive through. The other key thing is when I go through major towns for supplies. So tomorrow we're going to Albany, which will be my last big kind of city for a couple of weeks, I think. So, and I really need some things in Kmart. Doing these daily vlogs is using a lot of power on my phone. A lot of power. But just the filming and then the editing, it's using a lot of power. So I'm going to get another separate power bank for my phone, and also this little real fancy charging station, so when I go to caravan parks I can plug in, and it's got like all these USB ports and everything. It's going to charge everything much quicker for me when I go to a caravan park. I'm not taking turns doing everything. So, and maybe I need butane for the stove. So yeah, maybe a few other things. I'm going to do a wish list after this video. And then yeah, tomorrow when I pick it up, I'll show you what I got. So there's a few things I'm keen on getting. Anyway, so I do plan in great detail where I'm going, where I'm staying, how long it's going to take me, and how much petrol I'm going to use, like how many tanks of petrol it's going to take. So I'm not winging this by any means. I have a set schedule so that I'll get to where I want to get at my set date. And this one doesn't have much leeway, and I'm really pushing myself this time. I have learned a lot from my last trip driving across Australia. So yeah, this one I'm driven like an hour and a half a day. I'm not driving ridiculous amounts, and it's giving me time to make videos, to edit videos, to relax, to enjoy a place. So luckily I can do this. The other thing I've planned this time is I'm driving across the Nullarbor again, is to drive across on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days. I don't have to work. So last time coming across, I still had to work. and that puts a lot of pressure on me. So this time I'm scheduling it so I can do those 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I won't have to work. I can just focus on driving. I'm going to do big driving days and get across as quick as I can. All right, so that's how I plan my trips. If you're interested, I thought you might be interested. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm going to do now, but yeah, that's how I plan my trips. It's 6:15, and the place I was going to camp in town, they had a free RV parking spot that has been closed due to people not following the rules. So I've got another secret spot where I camp here that I'm not going to share with you online on YouTube, but I do have a place to go. It's not in Walpole, but I do have a place to go. But I've just brought Abby down to the boat ramp here, going to give her a last little stroll around, and then I'm going to head out to my camp spot. But yeah, it's quite a beautiful night. It's a bit windy out there, but let's take Abby for her last walk of the day. Are you gonna drive, Abby? Abby, are you driving? Hey, that's Mummy's spot. Abby. I like how she just ignores me. I don't hear you, Mum. Over you go. Atta girl. Over you go. Good girl. Okay, so my secret spot's not quite so secret. There are two other people here. So this is just the rest stop north of Walpole, and this is a very popular spot for people to camp for free when you're visiting Walpole. And you're well hidden off the road behind the bushes, and it's right a really long rest stop. And every time I've camped here, there's been somebody else here, and there's a caravan here and a camper van. So I feel very safe. And I've just got forest on this side.